No. Oh.
All right.
You can't say that.
Last we left off, there was you guys within the labyrinth starting off, but due to a series of effects within the labyrinth itself, some of the roof caved in. There was an earthquake, and unfortunately, Darnzok was teleported away. But in his place was brought forth a new companion, sharing some, not so much qualities, but maybe not even interest in the hatred of the Zaibatsu for Ezekiel. But you guys were spoken to by the Golden or Yellow Lotus. You guys were essentially given the rundown of there's a beacon within the labyrinth. The beacon hasn't been maintained, and because of that, the structural integrity of this demi-plane within a plane fluctuates, which then causes the connection between that and the lowest level of pandemonium to lapse in. And you guys find out that the Golden Lotus have been there, by their words, something like 363 days. But to you guys, it would have been 360 years. So they base their days on the cycles of the labyrinth itself, where the lights on the roof of the labyrinth are like a illuminating blue, and then going to what might be a nighttime, they shift to a deep purple. These affect all the lights within the labyrinth itself, Skyrim dungeon style, where torches and campfires and chandeliers are, well, not chandeliers, but braziers are constantly lit and then die down as it goes to nighttime. You guys journeyed with the Golden Lotus, trying to make your way towards your, I want to say, target of the Warlord, because you guys were asked to kill him because he's gone crazy. Thanks to Finch, kind of knew where that was at the time. And then following that sort of path, you guys made your way towards another small little outcrop of I wouldn't say a settlement, less than a town, bunch of rooms, but at this sort of town there was a hidden door, a hidden wall, sorry, a fake wall that led towards a temple. Inside the temple was a bunch of iconography of a pantheon of 7 sort of deities. At the head was Gokchangri, wrapping his arms around one female-looking Fey lady, and you guys find out that where would be a baby is no longer there. You guys grab a bunch of books that are left over. There's not much, but 2 of the 7 seem very important. Unfortunately, written in languages that you guys don't understand. You guys leave. Leave the temple, try to make your way through the labyrinth again, but you guys get to a stage where you can either gamble to reach a safer location or run back and be in a safe location as the cycle of the labyrinth shifted. You guys decided to cycle back, and then just after coming back to the place where the hidden temple was, the labyrinth sort of shifted. Golden Lotus set up a camp for you guys, where you guys are able to have a long rest.
Cool. So when we walked out last time to that smaller place, or go to that place where we could either sprint and maybe make there before night. To here, what's the distance? Do you know? Do we know if we know? I mean, obviously, I know days and hours and time is fucked here, but do we have an idea if we try to go back to where we were going originally? Will we make it in time?
The unfortunate thing is that because you guys were in the temple and then figuring a whole bunch of stuff out, and then the leader of the Golden Lotus conversation in regards to Gokchangri's wife, what's up with that? You know, maybe she's trapped or whatever. And then the revelation that she might be within the labyrinth doing that statue phase shift, and the labyrinth had a slight like tremor, and then the labyrinth shifted again without the roof caving in. It's a case of the labyrinth is ever changing.
Yeah.
You're unsure.
Time flies.
You know, yeah.
Okay.
It would have been a gamble for you guys to go. Not that you guys knew how far until the next safe location.
Yeah. All right. So, okay. So I'm gonna go see the the Lotus Commander.
Yep.
Whose name I believe is. Oh, he's got a fuck name. I'm not gonna try and repronounce that. I go and see him, and I go, what is the plan for today? Do we head out now, or?
He goes, if that is what you and your compatriots wish, we could. We're just going to make sure the rest of the bodies that are around here are fully burnt. Double check any of the rooms for any sort of leftover provisions. I don't think we've been to this town personally ourselves before.
Right, not to worry then. Well, whatever we can do to, I guess, speed things up. Obviously, time here is fleeting, and every day passes a year above. So, I think it's best if we try to get through as quick as we can.
That sounds about right.
Right. Well, I'll help out your other members silently, of course. I won't speak to them, and we'll get this going.
Thank you.
All right, and I gotta help them. Let's just burn these things and these bodies, put them to rest, and so we can make the most of our day.
No worries. Finch. You feel a pain in your left hand. As you look down at it, you see the first layer of skin starts to burn off.
Yeah.
9. For 13 fire damage.
Oh.
You were able to quickly ascertain. It's just a case of why the fuck is my hand burning? First layer of skin is just gone. Where it was once like this sort of greyish green, is now back to the normal deep gnome grey. But in regards to any significance as to why this hand specifically, the only thing that comes to mind is this is the hand that you used to make that sort of ink contract with the Blackened Sun.
With the Blackened Sun?
Correct.
Oh my god, that was so long ago, I don't even remember who the fuck I did that with.
Funny thing is that up in the real world, it was also long ago.
Yeah.
Something bad has happened.
Okay, let me take that 13 damage. Go.
Ezekiel.
Yes.
As you were helping one of the Golden Lotus members, just like rummage through some of these unopened chests, as you attempt to reach out with your left hand, your hand starts to like the fur burns off, and then a layer of skin burns off with it.
I scream out. Fuck!
You take 20 fire damage.
Yeah, I fucking screech out. My hand! And I like go to like my bag to like rip out some like old clothing and some cloth and try and like wrap my hand around it.
My luscious fur.
Can I like think about why this is happening?
Yeah, roll an intelligence check for me.
I'm pretty intelligent. 9.
It's hard to really tell why your hand is burning. Some things come to mind. Maybe one of the chests was booby trapped. like it was before.
Yeah.
Back when you guys were first in here, it could be one of those. Because none of the Golden Lotus are really like pick locking or like checking to see if these things are trapped. They're just fucking raw dogging it.
Yeah, okay.
But every time they do, it seems to be perfectly fine. So you think maybe this is just a side effect of that. Some other memories come apart, but none of them really make sense. And one of them being that one time that you used your hand to ink contract with the Blazing Sun.
Okay.
Oh no, I think all three of us signed it.
I looked at the back of my hand like, fuck. And I like put my hands together.
Yep.
And I'm going to do at least 5 of my lay on hands to see if I heal back into the skin.
It heals the wound, but the fur is still singed.
I just kind of think, I'm losing so much of myself, man. I've lost my hair. I'm losing some more hair. What's next? You know?
Wessel, you feel like something has just been lost, but you're unable to figure out why or what.
So don't bother doing a check.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm cool with being told no.
Uneasy feeling. There's a small cry out from Finch. There's a much louder one from Ezekiel, and then you just get this feeling like I've just lost something. But it's this vague sense, like a deja vu situation. But it's like I feel like I've lost something, but I have no idea what.
A little bit of anxiety.
He's just frozen like What was that?
Yeah, I power through hand pain least, and I keep getting these Lotus guys pretty much just like as quick as I can to get us the fuck out of here, so we can keep making distance.
No worries. Beck, are you muted?
Yes. She's actually gonna go up and ask if you're okay.
To who?
Which one?
Or the other one that's healed out.
Oh yeah. I am fine. I just I don't know, Sierra. I think my hand is. I think I might have gotten a curse or something, or maybe I've touched a. When we were doing the original explorations here, I might have grabbed something, maybe, or that cat might have just looked at my hand funny. I don't know.
Right,
But I'm
well,
fine. I'm fine. Thank you, though.
Be careful. And she's gonna actively avoid touching anything if she can help it.
Good idea. If anything, I might not help these people burn them. I might just get them ready to be burned, Burned once already. Look, I don't know how you're feeling, but I think we should probably get out of here as soon as we can. Keep making some distance.
I'm not arguing on that.
Right. Well, that's good. Alright, well... Alright, cheerio, let's keep going. And I keep getting these bodies ready to go.
None of the Golden Lotus or the commander of the Golden Lotus really care about your injuries.
Nah, that's fair. I don't expect them to.
But the task gets quickly finished up and done. You notice that what they do find, they leave behind like things that they don't need. They find a couple of like very old and like beef jerky-ish style rations that don't look like anything from Marcosis. How it's maintains edibility is beyond you. Mm-hmm. They don't keep any of the currency that they find. In regards to weapons and armor, there's not much there. It seems very much this was sort of a stopping point.
Is there anything that sticks out? I want to say international, like any exotic items that are not of Kojin or of the kingdoms of Ragash?
Roll a perception check for me.
Can do, mate. 19. 19 plus perception is 0. 19.
19. One of the chests get opened, and you kind of move in just behind just to see if he needs a hand. And he looks at shrugs, throws his hand up, and walks away. You see inside the chest, there is a small, like, black rod. Laid on top of like perfectly neat and tidied clothes that sort of half fill the chest itself.
Oh, look at it.
The rod feels very light but very metallic. Probably like your paws with like a cross,
Oh, yeah.
but it's not really marked. It's very straight.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty cool piece of rod. I'm putting it in my bag.
All right, and sort of with that, he comes up to you guys once you guys have sort of like collected your things or like joined together, and he goes, "Let's see if we can reach another town or location." He looks at you, Finch, and he goes, "Are you able to ascertain where we need to go, or?"
Right. I will use I will activate my ability, which is in a fucking separate document. I still haven't put this onto my actual character sheet. But the power of the eyes, and I will focus again on the Warlord.
Uh,
That.
all right. Like before, your vision takes you out of your body, up and above the labyrinth, straight across. It looks like you're cutting diagonal across the labyrinth itself from where your location is. To your vaguely to your right, as your vision is going across, you see this giant spire where you might have seen him from before, which you guys were heading towards. A quick glance down as your vision goes is like a bunch of bodies. He's fucking been here and gone. Further along, past sort of the halfway point of the labyrinth itself, there in the distance is a giant sort of multi-layered citadel that is like walled and structured. It doesn't look like it was made from the same stone as the labyrinth itself. Looks like the materials to craft this sort of citadel were imported in. But it cuts straight across up to the sort of main gate of the citadel, and you see the warlord cracking the skull of some figure unknown, but his clothing looks very Arcosian, looks very sort of royal. And then as he crushes the skull of this individual, the body sort of slumps, a hand drops, and then bouncing out of his hand is a swirling emerald.
Oh, that's cool.
It piques your interest, and you immediately know that's a warlord gem.
Yep.
Your vision cuts and you're back in your body.
Well, we're going in this direction this time.
You're able to ascertain that it will take you, if the labyrinth is kind, it'll take you about 6 to 7 rotations to get there.
Fucking hell.
Oh my
Speaking
god.
of, do you have I thought you put the picture up, but it might have just been on a stream. Do you have a picture of the labyrinth with all the pivotal points?
I sent it to you.
Oh, it's in the chat. Oh, my bad. I thought it was in the D&D chat.
I can put it in the D&D chat if you want.
There it is.
I've just
I
pinned Cougar Man's D&D world if someone needs to find it again, because I keep going back to it to have a squiz. Also, what was the did we find out what fuck, I get that the time difference was between the labyrinth and I guess the real world?
It's a year, isn't it? Like a year a day.
A
You
year a day.
Yeah, the best that you guys could
Oh,
probably come up
man.
with is that every cycle that happens within this labyrinth, a year on the material world passes. Just from what the captain has said.
So the captain's been down here for 300 days? Because you said 30 rotations, and I was like, well, that's 10 years, then, if that's the case. But is it...
Eating sultanas. He said it was between 236 or 363 rotations.
That's right. Awesome. Cool. So we are fucked if we stay down here. So we 7 years will be gone. 7 years.
But thanks to your way, Finch, you're able to know that at least within this rotation, the start of a new day, you're able to make a new town. Or like reach another safe point closer towards the Citadel.
I wonder which of these places is the one here he's in. Maybe Horatory? That makes more sense to me. Next pivotal town we get to, we just need to figure out what the name of that place is. Let's get going.
Alright. You guys head off, following sort of Finch's lead, following the path of the labyrinth, going through, knowing the location of the next safe zone helps significantly in getting there and like bypassing where might be like dead ends of the labyrinth itself, ways with which the labyrinth tries to trap people within it, so that when the next cycle ticks in and the labyrinth shifts, it does whatever it does with the people trapped inside. At a certain point, it sounds like there's a bunch of like individuals like running off in the distance, or maybe like 2 to 3 walls over. At a certain point, it very much smells like a plague or sort of like dead bodies. But you guys are never interrupted. You guys are never you guys don't have to deal with anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Until eventually, thankfully, you guys reach this new sort of safe location, and there you can see sort of off to your right, vaguely above the walls, sort of nearly reaching the peak of the labyrinth itself, a sort of spire.
Spire ceremonies. Yeah, I take a few minutes to kind of look around and see if I can find like any sort of like I don't know, message boards or anything that would kind of suggest what the name of this place is.
Unfortunately, everything written on the this is a much larger
Yeah.
This might be a town. The amount of like built-in like stone buildings that are in this sort of zone, but none of the writing is in anything that you can read.
All right. How tall's the spire?
From where you guys are, it looks like it reaches the top.
Wow. Huge.
Finch, can you make a perception check for me, please?
I can. Ugh. Yeah, fuck it, I'll spend a shrewd for that one. Much better. That is gonna be 25.
25. You just catch the cat in its fey-like nature. Stop in its tracks because it catches your attention. You catch its attention as it's like halfway in trying to like remove a sort of footprint that you now see leads into a false wall.
I'll indicate if I'm sort of leading the way. I'll indicate for everyone to stop and sort of point out the footprints going into the false wall, and then kind of like point to fucking the captain of the Yellow Lotus.
He nods silently. He makes his way up with the Golden Lotus. It sort of looks like where this false wall would be. It looks like would look like to be part of an alley within this sort of like street of this town. With a second glance, it would be look like just a normal wall, but coming across now that you're fixating on it, your true sight kicks in, sort of like seeing it. The wall itself is illusioned. The cat sort of like, yeah, well, what's going on? The Golden Lotus come up, touch in to where like this wall is, realize, oh, it's another invisible wall, and they start to make their way down this alley. It looks like it goes on for about 20 meters before it takes a left.
I fall behind him.
The closer you guys move as a group down this alley, the stronger the smell of like burning rotten flesh is. Before looking to the left of this turnoff, you see a further down, maybe 15 meters, is this like old-looking oak spruce door, but there are about 4 to 5 piles of bodies that are sort of like pillared up, that sort of are half burning, half rotting away. With a sort of skeleton trying to like holding onto the knocker of the door itself. There's no sort of iconography on the wall connected to this door. The only sort of strangeness besides the bodies is the fact that the knocker for this door, for you, Finch, that shit is jade.
Like jade?
That shit is jade. Like you instinctive. You just know. That's a jade fucking knocker. Why? Like how? Like in your mind, like why is something so valuable as that used as a door knocker?
Well,
Something tells me this is a trap, by the way they've all died.
I don't think you're not on the wrong... Yeah, I think you might be right.
You make your way past these piles of bodies, Finch, coming up to the skeleton that's sort of holding this jade knocker. You like swing back, like grab the knocker yourself, smack it into the door. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
I would love to do that for you, brother.
As an arc of like fire that's like liquid, sort of like snakes out of the knocker itself to like whip out in the general direction, like in front of it.
That is going to be 23.
23, nice. You're able to easily duck out of the way, taking only 7 fire damage.
Yes, 7 of my... I'm starting to get through these immortal fucking points. That would drop me to...
The door itself doesn't open, but there is a lock mechanism on the door itself. There's no handle. There's just the knocker and like a keyhole or sort of mechanism like lock where like the door handle would be.
I guess I can just try and have a look around and see if I see anything. Maybe see anything sort of hidden that...
Yeah, there's nothing real useful that you could use in the situation. The only thing you can sort of make out from the burnt bodies around you in these piles is that the clothes that they're wearing are very much like the clothes of the bodies from before. So whatever forces of elemental chaos were in this town, it seems they've tried to get inside this location and failed.
Hmm.
The captain of the Golden Lotus shrugs. He goes, "Well, if you guys are gonna ascertain with this, we're gonna go make sure the rest of the town is clear."
Good idea.
And then they march off.
Damn, it's not here either.
What are you thinking here, Finch?
I don't know. But the jade has me curious. Where the fuck are you, Cougar Man? There you are.
Sorry, what's the name of your character again, Beck?
Sia.
Sia? Fia?
Sia, sorry, SIA.
Sia. Nice. Looking at this door, you're able to ascertain that there's an arcane sort of trap built into it.
Well, that's a magical trap.
Unsure what sort of what the programming of it is, but you're definitely able to pick up arcanely that the door has been booby trapped.
I'm really gonna tell you don't want to touch this thing. I would like to take a closer look without touching it to see if I can try and figure out. I suppose if it's definitely just a fire sort of trap, or is there anything else about it that might trigger when it's triggered?
Alright, make an Arcana check for me, please.
This thing's got boobies on it.
That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, you're able to ascertain that the fire sort of snake defense mechanism is but one of a 5-part activatable effect on this door.
It is a very intricate trap. Okay.
You're able to base that on just the arcane magic woven into the door itself. Strangely enough, the connection of this magic to this jade-like knocker, plus the sort of wounds you're able to ascertain on these bodies that are littered throughout this sort of area.
Right, so the trap on here is pretty intricate. Is it just the knocker that it's attached to, or is it the whole door?
You see that you're able to make out that the knocker is essentially supplying the juice to this defense mechanism.
Right. Well, that's about as much as I can do to help. I'd have no magic to be able to stop it from triggering, so...
Nor do
Hopefully
any
that
of
helps.
us.
I'm pretty sure I don't, but I'm just gonna check just in case. Yeah, I don't have a single spell. I'm getting mixed up with my
What if we just try the method of hit it very, very, very hard?
God, I wish I was playing a barbarian.
I'll just Thunderous Smite it.
As long as you give warning before you do that, I am going to move as far away as possible.
Yeah, I will.
Also,
I don't think I got any spells that are going to help me out with it. Unless I roared it. Scared. That could work.
So you want to Thunderous Smiting it?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright. What's everybody else going to do while that's happening?
This thing up.
I'm just gonna stand back.
Alright.
Stand back.
Go,
There's a thunder
go.
wave coming.
Go ahead, big man. Get it.
Boof! I'm just gonna fucking throw all my might into it, dude.
Yep. Just roll damage for me, brother.
Will do. Alrighty. Alright. Do we split damage?
No, just total it.
Alright. 10 thunder, and then we're looking at. $17 plus 5 is 23, and then I have that's blessed device might. We're looking at 23, dude.
You smacked this jade knocker. It immediately cracks, and as it does so, a release of explosive magic escapes from it.
Yeah.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Can do. Nat 20.
Hey, nice. You take 9 force damage.
Mm-hmm.
And the knocker cracks in half, and as it does so, the sort of marrow of this knocker starts to leak out liquid jade.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Blood of Gok Tengu.
I look to Finch and I go, ooh, job done.
The door, you knock on the door, and it sort of creaks open, and it releases out a bunch of foul smells. Like someone's been dead inside a room for a very long time, and only now is the door being opened to this room.
Ugh.
Listen, blood is quite unsanitary to handle. But I'm gonna put my finger in the liquid jade.
Yep.
It's just gonna...
I need you to make an intelligence saving throw for me, please.
Oh, fuck. Get possessed.
With your burn hand or your non-burn hand?
Uh, 6.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh no.
Wait, what do you mean that's not good? I'm just gonna take like 10 damage, right? Wait, what's he grabbing? Wait, whoa, why's he grabbing so much dice?
I don't have enough physical dice for this roll.
I've got light hands. I'll wake him up. Don't worry.
Don't fucking do that.
Don't wake you up.
You take 46 psychic damage.
Jesus, dude.
As you touch this liquid, your mind is whacked. It is scrambled as you are receiving thousands of images of 1,000 lifetimes of things that you have never seen before, except in those split cases where you have seen those images before.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, just...
Hey, right, Finch.
Don't touch that. Anyway, let's go inside.
Do we have any vials? We could scoop that up and splash it at the next enemy we face.
That's not a bad idea. Finch, do you have any vials on you? Spare ones.
I don't.
I did drink a potion. Do I still have the capsule of the invisibility potion that I drank?
I don't think you throw it away.
I have an alchemical set, but it doesn't say anything about a flask. So.
Look,
No.
Um,
That set is just basically, if you wanted to attempt to make potions, you've got a set to do so.
Yeah, I've got fucking a Bunsen burner, and that's it.
Wessel, you've got more, nimble hands than myself. Here, take my potion, empty potion canister, and fill it with that.
Okay, and I'll do that. Just like one hand. Wait, Is it like thin to the ground, or is it like kind of viscous in a way?
It looks thick and gunky. It does not look good.
That's good.
I have a small knife in my
Yeah.
inventory. Like that could be like a butter knife or something. I don't know. I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna like
Try to scoop some up.
yeah, and just not onto the knife, but kind of like do that thing, kind of like a dustpan and brush.
Yeah.
With the potion thing.
I think you're skilled enough for this sort of thing, knowing the warning from Finch that you don't need to roll for this. You're able to fill at least one vial up of this sort of jade-like liquid.
Excellent. And I'm gonna throw the knife away because I don't want any residual shit touching me.
No worries. You sort of like throw it away, bounce on the ground, lands near one of the piles of bodies, and every now and then the residue of this sort of substance on the blade, it kind of looks like it sort of like tries to tendril out to like grab a body piece.
Oh,
But it's sort of like like it's alive.
That's good.
Oh shit. I don't want to leave the knife behind now, but I don't want to touch it either.
Mm.
Shit. Is it flammable?
Who knows?
I have a torch and a tin. Yeah, nah, fuck it. I'm wasting time. Nah, fuck off. Let's go. We'll deal with it later if it turns into something. Fuck it. Right now we've got a vial of death, so
Yeah.
Which is very handy, I would imagine.
yeah.
I'd say through Finch's lead, the door gets pushed open a little bit more. The rest of that sort of smell escapes out. And then you see inside another temple. But this one is very different to the previous one. You see a skeletal figure like locked in prayer towards a sort of glass mosaic of a fey lady, sort of up on the wall. There are no statues of like a pantheon of 7. There are no bookshelves. All the tables have been pushed to. All the tables and pews have been pushed to sort of the walls. There's no sort of spare rooms. But the floor is littered in gnomish and sprinkled in with sort of what you've seen in your books, and then juxtaposing that is like a layer on top of arcane sigils and writing and words.
Right. We can't put a time, like we can't put like a time period of this, like the architecture and stuff doesn't look like it's of a.
It looks like the furniture and the sort of the makeup of this temple looks like the temple from before.
Mm-hmm.
Just what is inside it is different. There's no sort of there's no like additional rooms. There's no bookshelves. It's literally just a bunch of pews and tables which have been pushed to the wall in this 10-meter long room, with the only sort of wall-like, besides the tables and chairs, and the arcane and the language on the floor that's just spread out in a mad writing, is this glass mosaic of this fey lady and the skeleton that's praying to it.
Okay. Can I investigate the mosaic a little bit more to see if I know who this lady is? Or if it
Yeah, roll an investigation check for me.
That jumped out, but I'll take it. That is going to be 18.
18. With color, compared to the grey stone statues of the previous temple, you're able to make out that this mosaic fey-like lady is the woman that Goktengri is holding by the waist. This sort of her mosaic figure is one with her sort of like her arms are sort of outstretched. She has a sort of like she has this meek smile on her. But the strange thing about this is that in the mosaic itself, there is a piece missing where the heart would be.
All right. Is there any evidence of a child?
No.
Okay.
Wow. Finch, could you read... Anyone else read Gnomish, or is that just Finch?
I don't.
No.
I think.
I don't know. I don't even know that I read Gnomish, do I?
Yeah, no, just.
No, I don't read Gnomish either.
Oh shit! No one. Fuck.
I can only read Common and Goblin.
Unfortunate, then.
I should have made a gnome.
Yeah, I don't even think I've got any language shit.
Sia, can you roll an Arcana check for me, please?
Sure. 7.
That's cool.
You can't. Obviously, you can't read the Gnomish that it's written scrawled across the floor, and neither the sort of like Fey-like language attached with it, but juxtapositioned on top, spread throughout, sort of connecting certain what looks to be phrases or paragraphs or sentences, are arcane symbols and sentences of themselves, and it's hard to sort of make out. It looks like this was written in haste. There's a lot of like you can. The 7 gets you essentially that this shit was written in haste. There's a bunch of errors here that you can easily pick up, but the nature of the arcane that's here, the grand purpose, some sort of conjuration spell.
It's like they were trying to summon something here. Or it's definitely in the conjuration school. No idea what it actually is, but can't help but wonder why the child is removed in all of the other murals and why only her is here.
Looking around the room as you guys sort of like survey it, up by the back where the skeletal figure is, you now realize that this skeletal figure is small. Could be a child, or it could be a member of one of the smaller races. Gnome, goblin, maybe even dwarf, but the bones themselves are small. Where you, Finch, notice that near this skeletal figure, off sort of like hidden behind sort of some tables, is a backpack. This backpack looks to be of gnomish make, but this backpack looks familiar, but you're unable to picture where or why.
Well, I'll carefully wander up to it and make sure it's safe to rummage through before I take it.
No worries. You wander up to it. Nothing seems to sort of happen. But it does look very familiar, especially this sort of button that it has on one of the back straps. This button of sort of like a dandelion in some sunshine, with like a bee on it. It's for some reason it makes you feel sad.
I'll open it.
Opening this, opening the essentially the one pouch. Opening it up reveals a sort of a stereotypical explorer's backpack. Sort of rummaging through it, there are some, for some reason, rations that haven't aged, but the rations look old, but not labyrinthian old. There's a diary that you sort of find, or at least what could be a diary, and a scroll. It's teared to the edges a little bit. It feels like a little bit heavy, and it's just rolled up and tied with some ribbon.
Anything else?
No.
All right. Well, I'll. You know, maybe I'll open it later. Maybe I'll just take the whole bag,
Yep.
and maybe I'll open that later. Because we do have a limited time. But yeah, after I pick that up, I guess just do like a quick once over, see if there's like anything else to be gained.
Make a perception check, please.
That was a very, very, very bad roll. What gets treated as a 7? Fucking lying gets treated as a 7. God damn it. That's a really terrible roll. I'm gonna burn a shrewd investigator on that one. Man, I'm not gonna lie, that did not help all that much. Jesus. What is that? 16?
Once over of the room, a final once over, and it seems that that's all that really sort of shows interest or is out of place within this room, besides the writing on the floor, the skeletal figure at the front.
Alright. Well, then I will see if I can head back and meet up with the Yellow Lotus.
No worries. As you all leave this temple, walking down, exiting the temple itself, walking past the piles, you vaguely hear the sound of nails scratching on a chalkboard, or that sort of that sort of sound. Only briefly, but it sort of dies.
Do we hear what direction it came from?
Make a perception check for me.
17 total, bro.
From behind you.
I look behind me.
Nothing's really sort of there that's made its appearance. Looking behind, you see that the skeletal figure has sort of fallen over. But apart from that, there's not much there. And then as you sort of like look up a little bit, the mosaic figure, her face, where was once a sort of like looking off to the side with a wry smile, there's one of sadness directly at the group.
Yeah, right. I look back at her, and when she reacted to us last session, what was the cause of that? Was it the fact that was it Finch looking through the eyes?
No, it was the captain of the Golden Lotus proclaimed that, give me a sign if you want help.
Yeah. I look back at her sad and I go, "Are we close to you?" I kind of say that out loud. Not embarrassingly, but kind of like, I'm talking to myself here, like nobody's listening, sort of thing.
Nothing responds.
Alright. I look forward for 2 seconds and look back at the thing to see if it's changed.
Still the same sad expression.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe not here. And I just follow Finch again, catch up.
Catching up with the group of the Golden Lotus, they've sort of set up camp once again, because about 3/4 across on the roof of the Deep Purple. Seems like it's going to cycle again. He comes up, he goes, not much within the town itself, but we did find a rundown wagon.
Yeah, right. That's good.
Yeah, it contained a shit ton of mithril.
That's gonna save heaps of time.
What, the mithril?
Oh, I meant the wagon.
Who's pulling the wagon?
Yeah, good point. Alright, well, that's good. The mithril is important.
He pulls out from one of his backpack pockets that he's picked up from rummaging, and it's a bar of mithril.
Yeah, wow. We didn't do anything with mithril last session, did we?
No, except that you found a sort of an order for 250 kilos of mithril.
That's right. Because that's right. It was in the first room. I looked and I go, oh, well, actually, we did see an order from that first room we were in for quite a lot of it.
It was between Rikagian, or whatever the fuck, a fire elementalist, and Jehovah, a water elemental.
That's right.
And the fellow that we found kind of was meant to be the guy overseeing the trade.
Well, it's good that we found. I mean, I don't think we can complete this trade anymore, but it's good that we found the actual order.
Well, there's not much use to anybody at the moment.
No, it's very true.
It's not like any of us is a smith or anything.
Quite right.
Right?
Not me.
Nah.
I'm a Potter, in fact, is a fun fact if we're sharing.
Can you make a pot out of adamantium?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I did not work with metallurgy in my pottery. More so clay and clay ovens.
Well, it doesn't hurt to take a couple with us.
As long as it doesn't weigh us down.
We can just take one bar.
He goes, 1 bar of mithril each is still quite a lot of mithril.
I think I'll take a bar. Yeah. Pop that in the bag.
I'd like to stop him before he does and just summon a fire on it in a way to try and clean it and then just let him take it once the fire goes out.
That is a fair fucking point.
Yeah, one mithril bar. Is it all clean?
As best as I can clean it.
Alright, beautiful. I say thank you.
It's not long before the sounds of stone moving on stone as the labyrinth itself starts to shift and twist, changing and reforming itself At a certain point, you guys hear the sounds of like maybe stone being crushed and fast movements above you. Finch, you look up during this time, and it's just the watchers of the labyrinth just racing across the top of the labyrinth itself.
That's cool.
But another cycle ends. You guys rest up and are awoken early next cycle.
Sick.
Another day, another year.
Yeah. Alright, I'll make some G Fuel real good. Fucking get a bit tired.
Probably get moving as fast as we can.
Yeah.
The captain goes, yes, if we're to reach where we need to go, then we will forego searching the town an extra time to ascertain our location. Finch, is it? Are you able to provide us with a fast travel rate?
What do you mean?
The thing you do, so that way we're following you.
Oh, yes. Well, it is taxing if I use it more than once a day. But I think in this instance, I can give us a direction.
Well, good thing it's the next day then.
I will use my sight unrivaled, my sight beyond, to focus on this motherfucker.
Once again, your vision goes up, straight towards up and over. It looks like you're heading towards this sort of citadel, this sort of keep, and then it gets like starts to like go backwards and forwards, like you're wobbling in a car, and then it hooks straight left. As you're brought to this small sort of like township. And you see the warlord. He is lying on his back, convulsing, as this swirling emerald is worming its way through his chest.
Ugh.
He's gonna be dead.
Uh,
Get to him.
Unfortunately, there is you could probably make your way towards another location, but due to the nature of just what happened in your sort of vision, it'd be hard to ascertain if you'd reach a new location safely.
No.
Well, I know roughly what direction we need to be heading in. But it might be difficult to find somewhere safe to rest before the labyrinth changes again. Or what I mean to say is that I did not see any clear indication of a place between us where we might be able to take safe refuge from the cycle of the labyrinth.
The captain goes, well, such is the nature of this place. Never one to give us any handouts.
Right.
Well, maybe the cat might be able to help us.
Yes, you're right. I nearly forgot about it. We've been following you what feels like forever. And he looks, and the cat looks nonplussed. Sort of like straddles up and just looks at you, Finch, and then just starts licking its like furry legs, covered in like petals and leaves.
Well,
It looks nonchalant.
I'll keep an eye on him and see if he gets any ideas on where to go. But for now, we need to be heading this way.
All right. You guys all gather together and start making your way towards the next safest location. Trailing and leaving in the distance, the spire now sort of directly behind you, disappearing out of sight the further you go. The only sort of interference is that every now and then it feels like the walls shake. Every now and then stone crumbles from the top of the walls themselves. And Finch, every time you see up to look at like what is causing this motion, it's just the Watchers like running across the top of the labyrinth itself.
That's scary, man.
That make besides the crumbling of stone and the heavy thuds as they sort of sometimes leap across. They make no noise. There is no sound. But thankfully, you guys are able to find another safer location. This is a very another small sort of town, like the other safe zone that you guys had. This one looks like it. No sort of previous people being here, either elemental chaos or otherwise.
Yeah.
The doors in some of the buildings here are still closed. And Finch, it doesn't take you long to find another fake wall.
Listen, mate, I don't want to be stopping for every bloody fake door that I bloody come across. But, I think I'm gonna. I don't wanna, but I'm gonna.
Yep.
Fuck. Yeah, I'll point it out to everyone, and I'll just be like, we'll probably have to try and make this one quick.
The captain goes, "Hey, take all the time you need. It's about to shift anyway." And he points up, and you see that you guys did indeed make it just in time as the deep purple sort of sets in over the roof, the sort of torches, and this fountain in the middle of this small town. These candles lining around it sort of dimmer, and then you start to hear close by and in the distance reverberate around the labyrinth once again, shifting itself. Captain is like, yeah, no worries, and then him and his group start to once again set up camp for you and them.
Alright. Is this another... we'll head through.
Alright.
Assuming it's another illusioned wall and...
It is indeed another illusion wall. It does sort of cross your mind as to why these temples are behind illusioned walls. But luckily, there's no sort of bodies in front of it. The door looks like of the first temple that you guys sort of found. Plain wooden, like an iron sort of handle on it itself, no knocker. It looks pretty safe.
That's gonna be click, 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 knock.
Yep. Nothing happens. Nothing sort of activates. And it seems if you wanted to, you could easily turn the handle and push the door in.
Then let's go.
Turning the handle and open the door. It looks like just another temple, but it's like the second one. There are no bookshelves here. There's no book casings. There's just pews, some tables along the walls, and another glass mosaic figure of this Fey lady with missing where her heart is. No skeletal in prayer. But she looks sad.
Same sad as Bloom before?
Yes.
I look around again, like, are you in this room?
There's no sort
No
of
response.
no response.
How high up is it?
Uh,
I couldn't touch it, right?
you could touch like where her knee is. The wall is tall, but it's not that tall, so to speak.
I would touch her knee.
Yeah, it feels like you're touching glass, but as you sort of like hand across it, there are smells of like flowers, and it just gives off a scent.
Right. Does her face change when I touch it?
No,
Okay.
What? Touch her knee, it's all better?
No, but it could be like a magic thing, you know?
Are you into statues?
No, I'm just trying to see if she's reacting to us as we were saying when she was looking at us and stuff. Then let's see if maybe like an essence of her is in the glass, you know?
can everyone make a perception check for me, please?
Indeed.
I shall.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Ooh.
For a total of
Oh,
That would be 23.
That is 24 for me.
10.
Yeah, on your money, let's go.
I don't think I'm going to use these dice ever again. These are that first ever dice set that I've had. Those black ones.
Oh,
I've got nothing but shit rolls with them for the entirety that I've ever used them.
well, Finch and Sia, you notice that close by the back wall where Ezekiel is, it looks like there is a bit of brick that sort of doesn't match up aesthetically with the rest of the brick. Or stone, sorry. It looks like it's sticking out by about a centimeter.
I'm gonna regret telling you this, but do you see that as well? What's your name? Is it
Ezekiel?
Finch?
Yes, it's Finch.
Right. Please don't touch it this time. That doesn't look like it's supposed to be there.
Maybe we can touch it with a stick?
Might be safer to do it that way.
Alright. I'm
I
gonna
don't
pull
have
out
a
my
stick, though.
quarter... Well, I have a quarterstaff, so that's a pretty long, straight, bloody stick. So I'm gonna whip out the quarterstaff, and I'm just gonna give one very tentative sort of tap.
You tap the stone, and you feel like there's something behind that bit of stone, stopping it from sort of being pushed all the way in.
Alright. Sort of seems like it's supposed to come out the other way. No one knows how to pull that out without getting real close to it, do they?
Not myself, no.
I don't know magic, I'm afraid.
Well, do we need magic if we have a rope?
I have rope.
Fair point.
Well, maybe we can tie a rope to it and pull that out of the wall? Or maybe you just want to, maybe just pull it out.
Easy enough for you to grab the bit of rope and sort of, without touching the stone itself, outlying the stone and tightening enough where you feel like it's got a strong enough grip. And stepping back a little bit, like 1 to 2 meters, you give it a bit of a pull, and out pops this bit of stone. There is a bright gleam of metal, and then you see there is a bunch of artisan tools that are sort of stuck in there.
Oh. Well, I was gonna say crouch down, but I don't know that I'm tall enough for that to change my view too much. So I'm just sort of gonna like peer inside, like, hey, would you look at that?
You can easily make out that these tools would be used to work with jewelry. These look to be very not pristine, but expensive looking. But some of these tools have been modified.
Right. Well, if I reach in and pull them out, I want to try and, examine them to see why they might have been hidden like that. Surely there's more to it than just they are an expensive set of artisans' tools.
Surely.
You pull them out, and there's an immediate sound of nails, like on chalkboard, like a screeching, piercing sound. Ezekiel, you immediately look, and the mosaic of her, she's looking at the tools.
Finch, she's looking at the tools. Look at her.
What's the face like?
One of anger.
Do you want us to leave these alone?
There is
What?
no change.
I think that means she doesn't want us here, dude.
Maybe the tools did something to her, and she's just saying, "Fuck those tools."
There is a sound of a piercing, and she looks to you, Wessel.
Was I wrong? Okay, leave the tools. Leave the tools.
Maybe you were right.
Finch.
Oh God, I hope I'm right.
There is something magical about these artisan tools.
There's something magical about them. Damn. I guess we'll never know. It's a tool set, right? It's not like just one or two things.
It seems to be a complete set that would be used to work on jewelry and high priced gems and things of intricate detail, but these have been modified to work on something that you're unsure of, and they've been magically attuned.
Well, I'm just saying, maybe she wasn't always like this. Look. This place looks like people could live in it. How did it get so fucked up?
If all the statues are carved without a heart, then
Wait, maybe they ripped the heart out with these tools.
There is a sound of piercing, and the entire mosaic changes. It looks like her form shifts in it, and it, in a 2D way, it looks like it's trying to outreach to you, Wessel. And her expression has changed to one of like thankfulness.
Oh, thank
You're
God.
a genius, Wessel.
Oh, thanks. Oh, fuck. What do we do with that then? Where's the hearts?
Well, maybe they're... I wasn't going to take these, but maybe we should hang on to them. If they're hidden like this, maybe they can be used to restore somehow?
Once again, sound of piercing, and she looks towards you, Finch, with like a yeah.
The mithril?
Nothing.
Oh no, I was asking the group. Yeah, You don't think maybe those guys were like, hey, let's turn a bit of a profit and fuck these statues up. They've got mithril hearts in them and we'll melt them down and sell them.
That is possible.
Fuck, I wish I grabbed a bar now.
I've got a bar here.
But is that going to be enough for each one?
Who's to say? How big is the hole?
How many hearts are there?
That big, and then I point at it.
But I also don't know how to use these. We couldn't craft a
Oh.
heart if we wanted to.
If only someone in a different D&D campaign could bring their character from that one into here.
I don't know what that is, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Me neither, I just had a random thought like that. In other words, I know that Flint from the other campaign would fucking nail the shit out of this.
Okay, well, that's pretty cool lore.
In any case, it looks like a place to start. If we take these with us, maybe we'll find something else somewhere else.
Yeah.
I think this is a good time to go through that bag, Cougar Man,
All right.
because we found this at that other temple.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I'll open it up.
Yep. So the book itself, you can't read it, but there are sketches within it of these mosaics. A lot of it looks like it over the course of this sort of this book, the writing gets messier and messier. It looks like whoever this person was just eventually went insane. Well, that's what it may seem, but there's sketches within it. One of them, near the start, there's a sketch of a rib cage that's been stenciled in green. There's other sketches of items that you're unfamiliar with until until like the book sort of hits a point, and then it's no longer. It feels like there's a general shift, and then it's about who knows what. But there are illustrations here with question marks and underlines and roll an investigation check for me, please.
Yep. I don't want to be tooting my horn, but this is my fucking specialty. Natural fucking 20.
Hey.
Nice. For a
Which will-
total.
For a total of 28.
Fat number,
This writing, you can make out, is written by a female. You can ascertain that the book is written in Gnomish. Whatever that first section was, some of those that ribcage in particular kind of looks familiar. But the second half of this book, it looks like, judging by like the style is written, the hastiness, that maybe this person was like looking for these tools. There is a series of drawings hastily written over like 5 to 6 pages of a plethora of mosaics, about 5, 6, 7 in total that you can now properly make out across these pages that are all missing hearts. Written it just starts to get jumbled up. It doesn't look like coherent gnomish after a certain point. But the final sort of image that's stenciled in is that of this fey lady, not in a mosaic, but in like a sort of natural form, holding this large hexagonal prism stenciled in blue. and that's about all you can really find in regards to like without being able to read. It's very fucking hard.
Reading the picture book.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Fucking ant,
Prism
you're a
in
dog.
blue.
We're gonna be down here a while. Fuck.
We're come back and Acosis has fucking been redeveloped into a fucking.
We're gonna come back to Mad Max, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's T-Mat's playground.
I feel like I've been
Maybe-
thinking. I feel like that if we fix this fucking plane, I feel like we are actually coasting towards not year to year to year, but instead the labyrinth is taking us somewhere
Yeah.
in
that's
time
good, yeah.
instead. I have zero that tells me that. That's just my instinct because we've just so happened to meet these guys.
Yeah.
So I feel like yeah, this is its own like demi plane, but I also feel like
We've been putting.
in a way this is a public bus, you know?
Yeah.
We're riding the bus and it's taking us to our stop, or it's our fucking Uber driver, you know?
This lady might even be
Except we
controlling
forgot
it.
where we told it to go, you know?
She could be controlling it.
It's like a
just-
dream, you know?
Oh, if a lady asks your name, don't say it. Remember that. All right.
Oh, yeah.
my god. Oh my fucking god.
Don't-
We need to
Also forgot
we need
that.
to remind each other that at the start of every session and then like halfway through.
I
Ma-
fucking
ma-
also
like-
forgot that.
Yeah,
Just like when you
fuck.
said lady, I was like, my notes. I literally the top of my notes is if a lady asks for my name, do not reply. It's in bold.
Actually, I'm gonna put a widget on my fucking desktop. Whoa, wait, what? How do you? Can you do that?
Maddie
I
fucking
don't-
runs
Sticky
some
note,
shit
yeah.
in the fucking at the Woolies.
Where?
What's your name? I gotta go.
How do I?
I don't have a name.
In regards to this sort of prism, Finch, it strikes you as interesting, but then something like that was mentioned in a book that Ezekiel grabbed back when you guys first entered the labyrinth, which was then handed to the Golden Lotus captain.
Right.
I don't
What
know.
language was that book in? Because I don't think I saw it.
Check it. I don't remember.
It was Old Arcosian.
Oh, that's right. Yes. That's right. Because it's like I could see some words, but not some others.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then I have the other one.
Yeah.
No, those are two different books. This one is when you guys first entered, and entering the room containing the three chests that continually bubbled gold. On this large desk was a book that contained a bunch of information that you sort of vaguely gleaned. One of them being that the beacon needed maintenance, but it was hard to really ascertain what else. You gave it to the Golden Lotus guy to see if he could read it. He could, but it was sort of like forgotten about.
He also that's the same book that had the orders, right? Or is that different? That's the same room.
Same, different room.
Yeah, different. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got the one that I couldn't read with the two aging people
Yeah, and I got
underneath the peach tree.
And I got the other book I got is the what did I write down? I have the book that has iconography of Goktengri holding a child with a partner.
Yes. So three different special books, but the one that Finch you sort of would like to get your hands on is the one that the captain has.
I'll go find him then, and I'll see if I can grab that book off of him. I cannot read it for shit, so I will have to have. I'm assuming him. Wait, he didn't. Wait, was it he that could read Old Arcosian?
Yes.
You can,
Yeah. I'll have him try and go through the book to look for the description of a blue prism?
Yep. Not too hard to find. He's out there. He's basically fixed up the tents and camp is all good. Some of the Lotus members, now being 12 of them, are just doing some sort of just rotational combat situations. He's just drinking from his cup. He goes, "Oh, Finch, can I help you?"
Yes. The books that we gave you a couple of cycles ago, one of them had the iconography of Gok Tengri on the front. We were just hoping if you could go through that book for us again and look for mention of a blue hexagonal prism.
I think Ezekiel still has that book. I have the one he gave me when we first met. From some sort of office room we were talking about. I read through that. What you speak of sounds like the dimensions, or at least what might be the beacon.
Ah.
Another hand touches the beacon.
Well, good. I don't think. No, that's good to definitely know what the beacon looks like. Well, we've discovered the long way, what you already know, which is that the beacon is probably going to be super important to solving whatever's going on here. But that it's also in some way attached to the lady we keep seeing in all these temples.
What do you think that might be?
Hard to say for sure. But, working theory, some sort of vessel for her, maybe her heart. Hoping to... praying to the powers above, it's not something super messed up, like a phylactery or something. But, definitely seems important.
Because from what the book Ezekiel gave me makes mention of is that the last time that the beacon was maintenanced, judging by the wording, and I've done my best to corroborate through my own memory, is before the War in Heaven was the last time that the beacon itself was maintenanced. Performed by one Tatiana. Or Titania.
Well, let's hope that we can figure out
Tatiana.
how we fix the thing?
I'm unsure. The book doesn't really make mention of what she does to it, but every indication of the beacon being maintenanced is by this lady. Titanica or Tatiana, I'm unsure of. The wording itself is Arcosian old, but it has its flair of either Elvish or Sylvan.
Oh, that's sweet.
Right. Well, feels like maybe less one step forward, one step back than simply one step to the side. But some things are becoming more clear with each of these visits. I'll head back in just to do a once-over of the temple again, make sure we didn't miss anything. But other than that, we'll be probably coming back to the camp very shortly and waiting for the labyrinth to be safe to traverse again.
No worries.
I'll head back in, do another once over, just checking everything out, the fucking mosaics, the random odds and ends that are there that might be useful, not to me personally, but to the the fucking issue at hand. And then head back to camp if I don't find anything.
Yeah, it seems like you've found everything that that should be found. It seems from the lady in the mosaic, thankfully. Well, that's about it.
Oh, and let me add those tools to my pockets. What did you put in your pocket?
What is
Um,
in my pocket?
As you all make your way back towards the encampment, you feel the ground shake once again, and then you hear and see in the distance parts of this deep purple roof start to collapse and then break along the labyrinthian floor. A ways away, you guys get the back ends of this screeching sound that once made you guys deaf. And then you start to hear the labyrinth itself once again stone shift.
Damn, that sounds different to me after that conversation we just had. The screeching. After every time the mosaic changed, we heard a noise like that. It probably fucks this lady up so hard.
Yeah.
Every time this labyrinth changes.
Oh man, don't say that.
She probably goes through agonizing pain every time the cycle happens.
Who are the Watchers then?
Assholes, that's what they are.
Yeah.
Full stop. No need to know anymore. I was like, man, I wonder if they're the fucking, like, whatever happened down here when shit went south. Two things happened to you. You either dropped dead on the spot, or you turned into whatever the fuck those things are.
Yeah.
So I think they used to live here.
The labyrinth starts to repair itself once again. You guys find rest until you're woken up again the next cycle. Now on your fourth.
Damn! The labyrinth rips itself apart and then repair. Are we in a womb?
Oh my god.
Is this
Oh,
a metaphor for
hell.
womanhood, Jacob? Is this a metaphor for womanhood? Are we in a womb?
Don't say that, Brand.
Man, I want to get the fuck out of this labyrinth, man. This is messing with my head.
We need to fix this. We need to fix it.
Oh yeah, obviously, but also fixing it will probably be our way out too.
It will be birthed into our
Also, I feel really bad for this lady who was trapped in like
Damn.
fucking stone and
Yeah,
shit,
If
man.
we're in a womb, no wonder it's familiar to me, mate. 'Cause with all the Gok Tengri I got inside me, I've fucking been here before.
Like, Whistle's not much of a carer, but he's feeling bad.
Wow, this is fucked.
No, this is just shit I've said. Remember that? I'm just saying shit.
There's
I'm just
there's
spitballing, mate. I'm just
evidence.
spitballing. There's no
But
evidence this is a womb. There's no evidence that this is like killing the shit. Like she's fucking like
The
gone
Cougs is
war
fucking
up from how
grinning, dude.
fucking
Look at him.
painful this shit is, man.
He does this fucking.
Well,
I-
first saying
I-
that we don't nearly know enough about this lady to know she's even a good person.
Yeah, that's also true. That's
She was
that's
the
what I
wife
was
of
thinking.
Kendry, so like, surely, yeah, God Tengri is God, so
Yeah, but everyone who loves Gok Tengri has such a fucking biased view of him. It's very hard to know
that's true.
what he was actually
like I
like.
said before, though, this place looks like people might have lived in it and shit. It looks like it might have been good, but what the fuck happened? And this lady is all like helpless and shit now. Nah.
If he's also
Yep.
been removed from all teachings of Goktendra, then how do we know she didn't turn on him?
That's like that's.
I mean,
it's those motherfuckers, dude. They fucking
we
rewrite
don't
shit.
know where the 8 Emperors came from.
Wait a minute.
We don't even know that the 8 Emperors fucking betrayed him. The common tale is that his soul split in 8 or 7 or whatever.
Wait a minute.
Replaced him. But in that vision I had, I saw the 8 Emperors kill Gok Tengri and replace him.
I'm either slow on the draw and someone else has just said it while I've been zoned out. But Goktangri had a Fey child that was taken away, did he not?
Yes.
Isn't this lady Fey?
She is indeed Faye. As to, who knows, man?
I'm just saying. I've got a red pin with a red
also-
thread attached to this.
Finch is gonna grab the Emerald Warlord gem. He's gonna suck into his brain. And he's gonna get some more information for us, aren't you, Brandon?
Yeah, I mean, I am currently the law vacuum right
You
now.
are. You're the law hound of Arcosis right now.
And I've got 3 fucking organs of a god in me right now, so
What's a fourth?
shit's getting mad.
What's to
fucked up.
say you don't become Goktendry, mate? Who's to say?
I really hope that doesn't happen. I kind of just hope he like.
I've got the
We, like, do a-
Goktendry in my fucking vial right here.
I sort of hope
Who's
we
to
just,
say you're not his lost Fey child?
I hope we just do an egg and a sperm thing where he just
I
like
saw that.
multiplies all my cells and then just like shimmies to the side and out of me, and then he takes all his god shit with him, and I'm just left alone.
Yeah, let me just. I'm gonna borrow that real quick.
Yeah, like the first episode of season fucking 4, the fucking dude who like splits him like that, just fucking like that. Just get out of me, mate! Hey, there you go, mate. Hey, fucking good on you, mate. Good on you, mate. Out of here with you. Get out of here! You know, like the kid lets go of the deer fucking scene in a movie. Get out of here, man! I hate you.
The beginning of the next cycle. You guys have now been here for 4. The Golden Lotus guys are ready to get going.
And so am I. I will activate my sight beyond and peer at the location of the warlord. I really hope this motherfucker is not on his way to the beacon, because we are so fucking behind him.
He's dying, bro. He's been strangled by the fucking gem.
Yeah, but who's to say he just does not make a miraculous fucking recovery? He's like on the floor, but this guy's crazy.
He
He's
is
got
indeed
crackhead
crazy. Your vision goes up, and then it goes essentially south from your current position, up and behind you, trolling across the labyrinth. Your vision goes higher because for some reason your vision, the essence of your vision, you get a sense of fear from where it was lower in the labyrinth itself. Because there are a lot of watchers making their way towards this one singular location. Your vision goes up and then straight back down into this sort of large trading post. You see the warlord, his limbs themselves have changed to that of glowing emeralds. And he is doing what every vision has shown since he is tearing cunts apart. But he is these people, these creatures, these shadow-like creatures, are coming from an opened portal at this sort of marketplace.
Portal.
And you see that escaping this portal are a bunch of like shades and shadows. Creatures of the dark, and you see them. It looks like they don't know where this place is, and so they try to attempt to attack this person that is attacking a bunch of others. But creatures and people are trying to up and over the paramounts of the labyrinth itself, only to be torn to shreds by the Watchers, who seem to be making their way in great number. And then your vision ends.
Okay, well, I did see him, but I will say that we will probably have to be on guard today. I'm saying this directly to the Yellow Lotus captain. The Watchers are gathering at the point we're heading to. And also there appears to be some sort of gateway where all sorts of entities are coming out of. But that is where the warlord is, and he's currently fighting there.
I'm going to ask, do you need to kill this warlord?
Yes.
Very well. I only ask because the longer we try and chase your warlord, the longer we are here, and the longer you are here. And as you know, our original goal was to find and try and fix the beacon. And I'm just going to put forward that if we can make any headway in regards to the location itself of the beacon, the sooner that we can get there, the sooner we can fix it. And the sooner you guys can go home.
Well, today we will continue as usual, but... And as I point to the direction we're going to have to go, I say, the direction we're going to have to go is back the other way now. So, after today, we may change course to locating the beacon instead. If we can fix the beacon, maybe the labyrinth stops changing. If the labyrinth stops changing, it will be a much easier time to find our warlord and complete our mission. But this is the first time. Yeah, we're just going to have to be turning back the other way. I sort of assumed there was a sort of pattern to how it changes, but now that our target is completely back the other way again, after today, I do think that the priority maybe should be the beacon, and I can use my sight to find. Now that I know enough about the beacon, it probably will be enough for my eyes to see where it might be. If it's in the labyrinth. If it's not, then...
Well, then we're
oh
really
boy.
fucked, aren't we?
Oh boy, I don't know what to do.
Alright then.
And your little cat guide doesn't seem to mind the zigzagging around.
The cat looks nonplussed. Licking itself, looks up. Yeah, whatever.
Alright, I'll lead us in the new direction. Did I see kind of roughly how far it was? He's still, like, kind of far away.
Yeah, there is a chance that if you dashed or sprinted to this location, you could make it before the next cycle.
But is where he is a safe spot?
Where he is a safe spot. But if you guys, the only way you'd make there is if you guys sprint and had no interruptions.
And had no interruptions.
Yeah, that part was so fucking loud. That part of that sentence was really loud.
I was gonna say let's just bust through, but I'm on the fence now, so I'll just abstain.
I say we bolt. It's early in the morning. We can get it. Or in the morning. You know what I mean? Like early in the cycle.
If need be.
I mean, my concern is everyone else. Me and Wessel would definitely fucking make it. Me and Wessel are fast as shit.
Oh, well, you're fast as shit. I think I just get it.
We are both fast as shit. It's just that I am slightly faster because my move speed is high. But me and you have 2 dashes.
You look over at the Golden Lotus and you notice that 2 of the members, they're limping.
They're limping?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
No,
I'll carry
let's
him.
stay
I'll
the
carry
night.
him.
Nah, let's stay the night. Let's not risk it.
Man.
Look, I want to get there too, but like, come on.
From what you saw, Finch, do you think this is something we could even take without their help?
Definitely not. In one of the visions, he crushed a man's skull with his bare fucking hands.
Then we move as fast as the slowest person.
Absolutely.
What she said.
Regular pace.
I turn to the cat in Leon and I say, "What do you make of all this?"
What
The
are
cat-
you talking to the cat?
Looks at you, and in your mind you hear, I think it's a terrible idea. chase after this warlord character that you're after, when the beacon is quite possibly the most important thing that has to be solved. We need to head to Mythasara. And that's to the north.
If we're not going to be getting the warlord today, then if the beacon is our goal tomorrow, we might as well hit it today, right? Get started.
Well, do we know where we're going?
Well, I was saying that to the cat. In Leon.
Well, the cat looks at you and shrugs.
Right. All right then. And then I look to you, Finch, and I say, "All right, let's regular pace."
When if the labyrinth changes before we get there, then once my sight beyond regenerates, I will be able to start pointing us in the direction of the beacon. The randomness of the labyrinth is making it difficult to catch him, and we can't afford to catch up to him without the help of the Yellow Lotus.
Very
And
true.
I can't ask them to abandon two of their own.
Well, of course.
They already lost shitloads.
Well,
Already.
down from 100.
Yeah.
So what's the game plan?
Business as usual. I point towards where the warlord is, start heading that way.
All right. You guys make your way. It seems that you get about what you think might be halfway until the two Yellow Lotus members have to stop to ascertain their wounds, and they move their leg armor up and their clothing to the side, and their legs are blistered and boiled. It seems that they weren't as careful as they would have hoped, and they are unfortunately infected.
Can my lane hands fix that?
You want to touch them?
I can neutralize poisons and diseases.
If it is a poison or disease and not a curse.
Worth a shot.
All right.
Well, I don't think of me touching them fucking does anything. Does it? I don't think so. They've just got fucking mouth soaked and shit. I approach the leader and I just go, I think I might be able to heal them if it is disease or an infection of some. I might be able to cure them of that. I would just have to touch them.
If you have the means, please.
I'll give it a shot. And I approach them, and I spend 5 of my lane hands points to neutralize any disease and or poisons.
Yep, on both of them?
Yeah, bang.
All right, so that's 5 each?
Yes, so 10 points total. I only said 5 because I want to do the first one. If the first one fucking does something, I ain't going to do the second one.
No, it works. The lay on hands effects, and they were indeed diseased. The blisters and pus bubbles start to dissipate. The skin starts to re-heal. Leaves a lot of sort of scarring from where it was, but once it's sort of overall done, you can ascertain that they're no longer infected.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the ghost of the guy who died last session is like, "What the fuck, man?
Well, that
Could have been me."
I look around everyone. I'm like, does anybody else feel sick? I know they can't respond to me, but they can raise their hands.
None of the other members approach you.
Cool.
Then you guys hear a loud shrieking sound as in the distance some of the roof starts to collapse, and then the earth shakes, and then the labyrinth shifts.
What?
It feels like you are all passing through doors, continuously having to open them to enter the other side, just door after door after door, until you are eventually standing in a location you have been before, where you first arrived.
Oh. Well, that's... I don't know what direction that was originally from, to be honest. I just kind of just check to see if everyone's okay.
You, looking around, the group is here, but the Golden Lotus have just lost half its members.
Fuck. So they're down to what, 6 now?
5.
5.
Is the captain there?
He is not.
Oh, we're fucked. Is the cat
Oh
there?
no.
The cat is there.
Alright.
Finch, you see that this cat got a big smile on its face.
Well, that's just him being a cat. I got no idea what this motherfucker is up to.
For all intents and purposes, you guys have been put back to square one.
We land on the fucking... the snake. Not the
But
ladder.
that's like a fully, to be clear, that's a fucking cycle, right? My sight beyond is back.
You look up, and a cycle hasn't happened yet.
What?
The roof is still half blue, half deep purple.
Oh. This is something else.
Yeah.
Something stopped us from moving forward.
This is very much remnant to when you guys first entered that first temple, and the floor shifted and the labyrinth changed, even though the cycle hasn't shifted yet.
Yeah.
That's
That's okay. Yeah, I thought for the sake of time you were not describing that whole ordeal again. But no, that the other times is just what it normally is, and that first time was not normal either. Damn.
You guys are just quickly able to figure out that there is a cycle of time within the labyrinth. That at the end of every cycle, the labyrinth shifts. But every time the roof collapses and there is that cry, the labyrinth shifts anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the priority is to fix the labyrinth first, because if we're getting set back like this, we gotta find it quickly.
Yeah, no, that was
And if it's falling
the
apart,
minute I heard that the warlord was now the opposite direction of where we were heading, that was the moment where I was like, okay, this is the last day we're hunting for this guy.
Yeah.
Every day after which I am pointing us in the direction of the beacon.
But this does help solve what happens to people who are in the labyrinth when it shifts.
Yeah.
You're jettisoned out to somewhere else.
So there are
So
more
we have the
lotus
Duns
out
up,
there
right?
somewhere.
Sorry, was that Mike?
I was just saying, Beck can go first. I was thinking.
What are you saying, Beck?
I was thinking out loud as well. All I was thinking is that there could be more lotus out there that are still there.
Yeah, the 100
Yeah,
might be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't really run into anything dangerous that's not above us
Yeah.
yet. We've seen dangerous stuff, but usually it's fucking
Already dead?
already dead or
Yeah.
fucking from my vision of this fucking warlord just ripping cunts apart.
I speak into the cat again. I'm like, so where is the beacon from here?
I have no idea. I wanted to take us north. But plans change.
Right.
I'm going to use my sight beyond.
Yep.
And I'm going to do my best to focus on that picture that I saw of the blue prism shape, and everything that I know about the beacon, focusing on those things and thinking of the present.
Right. You are assaulted by a essentially a multiple flashing images of the tools that you have available, of the mosaic lady missing her heart, of the seven mosaics of this lady. But the images are changing and changing. Every time they change, she looks sadder and sadder. You see that there are cracks starting to appear along her, and then it shifts. You're at a spire as tall as the labyrinth itself. Deep inside, there is a burning brazier that's like deep, burning with bright blue, deep blues, purples. But there are paintings, 7 total, stretched out across. Also, images of this Fey lady. But the images are a fixed position of her holding her hands over her heart, of a facial expression of excruciating pain, and then your vision gets smacked across the labyrinth at this citadel, passing through towers and buildings and battlements, through a sort of lounge deep within this sort of citadel, seemingly below the labyrinth floor itself, is a room, dark and small, floating above this sort of spiked obelisk, is a prison, blue, cracked. Hanged, you can see faintly from the pulsating light of this prism, is a figure, but it's hard to tell. She's got long hair, clothes that look both old and new, and then your vision ends.
I will be back.
No worries.
Okay. Was that another one of those like visions where my vision went forward so I know where I'm going?
You could make out that one, like the two locations wouldn't be hard to sort of location-wise. One being the sort of spire, and 2 being the citadel. The spire, from where you are, you can sort of remember the location-wise as to where that is, based upon correlating with that your first use to find the warlord when you were in this labyrinth. And going from where the spire was to the citadel, you would know at the very most eagle flies where it might be.
Right. Well, at this point, with how far away it looked, a vague direction is still better than no direction, so...
You guys do not have enough time to reach the next safe zone.
No. That's fine. Oh, also that fucking cost me, thing as well. I almost forgot that.
No worries.
Exhaustion.
Cool.
The remaining 5 Yellow Lotus guys come up to you guys, and they sort of like shrug and gesture in regards to like what's happening.
We're just gonna wait here for the next proper cycle, and then we're gonna make out again and hit safe spot to safe spot. Our priority now is the beacon. Hopefully, once we fix that, or if we fix that in time, we can try and link up with as many of your lost friends as possible. They will not be dead immediately. They will be out there somewhere.
One of the Yellow Lotus just thumbs up, and they just start to make camp.
My thoughts are a little bit scattered right now. I wish the lady of the labyrinth could speak to us maybe more plainly. I wonder if when we get to the beacon, our mission is to repair it. I wonder if when we get there, she'll ask us to destroy it.
Who knows?
And if we
Wait.
destroy it, what does that do?
Jacob,
Yes.
the anchored hourglass necklace, right?
Yes.
That doesn't give me the spell haste.
No, it does not.
Okay, if I just have it, then the effects are changed.
Yes.
Right. Cool.
Yes. If you get activated with haste, you got to roll that death.
Yeah.
But you don't get affected when haste ends. You don't get exhausted. You don't get drained.
Yeah. Sick.
Also feared and all that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. I'll see if that can help me out in this situation, but I don't think it can.
I am back, by the way.
No worries.
Killer.
And you guys are back essentially while these five Yellow Lotus are setting up camp in this place you've been before. The rooms, the rock where Danzok would have been, but thanks to Finch, you find out he's just fighting wolves out in the wilderness.
He's probably wearing them right now.
Yeah.
The room where you guys found those necklaces that you guys put on, which is the same room that you found those 6 sort of time potions. The other room containing those bauble chests of gold.
I can't remember. I don't think I wrote it down.
I do have haste. I
As the
posted
spell?
Haste. Yeah, no, I posted
Oh,
it.
nice.
Damn, I'm gonna take it. I'll just die.
Did we find out what those time potions do? I can't remember if it was told or not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
The potions supposedly are the final attempt by artisans to counteract a sort of time malice that the labyrinth affects on people.
Oh, okay.
But we have that as a permanent part of the necklace, right? So the de-aging 3
So
years.
pretty much just got to look out for signs of shit happening, I guess.
The what, sorry, Mike?
Is that what necklace does anyway? De-ages by 3 years?
So
Yeah, but it can
the,
also kill us.
the potions were created in an attempt to counteract the effects of the labyrinth. Examples of people coming here of a different time period than what they thought was happening inside the labyrinth, and so the artisans' attempt to or potion masters' attempt to counteract this would be these potions, these 6 that you found, swirling with copper and bronze, that when drunk would hopefully, if you ever made it back towards the material plane, then the effects of time would not happen.
So kind of like time travel, kinda. So if, like, for example, if the Golden Lotus leader drank that, left the labyrinth, he'd go back to 200 years ago with the Emperor.
Who knows?
That's the desired outcome.
That's the desired outcome would be that people would not like time. Depending on when they drunk it, certain time has already passed.
Right. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. Cool. We didn't take any of those potions, did we? Did we?
You grabbed
No.
all 6. You just haven't. Nobody's drunk any.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you grab them, Matty, or do I grab them?
I grabbed them all.
All right, cool. Because I'm like, I didn't write that shit down. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I did, but maybe I didn't. Okay.
I'm too scared to drink one.
Yeah. We drink it right before we leave. If we
Yeah.
leave.
I mean, that would be a lot of time that it would have already passed.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. No, if we as a group don't drink it, then we don't drink it.
Yeah.
We'll just deal with the consequences.
All right.
We just go back. We're like, we've
Can
done
only
that job
imagine
with the
the
warlord. That guy died 10 years ago. No! That could happen.
I can only imagine drinking them and just you fall asleep.
Oh god.
Unless we do some
Is it a
fucking
dream?
like messed up Inception fucking whatever the
Oh,
hell.
I don't even think about that.
And one person drinks it, goes back, warns everyone about the shit that Finch has been seeing, and then they assemble an army or something, and then they meet the other 3 when they finally exit the labyrinth. But at that point, I don't know why all of us would just go, because what's the point in that?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't think about that.
Ezekiel, you are racked by migraines. Your head is pounding, and for a split second, you feel a lost connection to the Queen of Cats.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Okay. But I'm sweet now? I'm all good?
Yeah,
Alright, cool.
it's like an instant migraine that came and went.
I'm gonna go talk to the tabby cat.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna sit down next to it if I can. And then and Leon is just gonna go. Do you feel the Queen of Cats here?
Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, well, of course.
I probably don't feel her the way that you do. I don't get any powers from her. I'm just a telepathic cat. Gained from my time stuck down here in the labyrinth. I don't know. I have no idea what is happening on the material world. I haven't really known until we get randoms and strays that come in of their own volition. You are the newest people I've seen in, I'm going to say, 13 cycles.
13.
Yes.
Who was the last that you saw?
She was a small, gnomish lady. She had come in, unsure as to what happened, or how she came to be here. She murmured something about some sort of weapon, some sort of thing being used. She was scarred and scared. The captain tried his best to ascertain aid to her, but she essentially died that next rotation, screaming away in the night of a skull deep underground, the size of a house of some sort.
Oh,
Fangs as large as, very large fangs on some sort of giant, something about blood. She was murmuring a lot, and then some form of betrayal.
Right. Well, skull on the ground and blood. It sounds kind of fantasy, doesn't it?
yeah, who the fuck would believe in that? Am I right?
Right. You made a mention earlier about some friends I had back in the kingdoms.
Yes, I did
Had
say
you-
something like that.
Yes. How did you know?
Are you saying you don't have friends back in the
I,
kingdom?
Oh, I certainly do, of course, but
Well, there we go.
it doesn't really answer my question. But well, of course. Sorry, I thought you being down here for so long, I
No, I just literally have telepathy. That's it.
Of course. All right. Well, today's the day we're going to fix the labyrinth, I think, and we're going to head over to the beacon. So,
Well, it would be the next day. The cycle is about to begin.
well, yeah, well, yes, yes, yeah. Speaking out loud, you know.
You do that a lot, Ezekiel.
Probably more than I need to be honest, but that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
He looks at you with a puzzled expression, and you feel the top of your lip feel a little bit wet.
Is it salty?
It's irony. It's blood.
Huh?
I guess I dropped the communication with him, and I just like, I fucking like, I get the cloth that's like covering my burned hands, and I just try and like absorb it.
Yeah, it absorbs it, and the bleeding stops.
I look back at him.
It's walking away.
Fuck. Kind of just think to myself, like, that's fucked. Maybe that's.
You take 3 damage, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it, though.
Yeah, fair enough.
His head explodes. D&D, the boys edition.
I gotta go back to the group, and I guess we're keen to sleep. I guess the cycle's about to finish.
Wessel's already asleep.
Oh, then I sleep.
Yeah. If everyone else is doing the same, Wessel, you have a dream. It's you, young, frolicking about in this garden at this small little town, not named and not on any of the maps, but very much outside the city of Chengdu. There, you are being served your favorite dish by your mother, and it's a nice day. But there's something about it. Feels off. You look down, and where once would be a sort of a broth of carrot stew, there are bones and ligaments and an eyeball that sort of rounds up to look at you. Your mother turns to you and she goes, "Is something wrong, Wessel?"
He would like flip the fuck out, like kick away, fall off the chair, fucking Baba, the food.
You look up and her face is one of blankness. No facial features at all. It's just skin. Her hair starts to sift away into a wind that has no origin and no end. Wessel, listen to me. Very quickly. Very quietly. My time is up very soon. There's going to be a man. He's going to swing by. And then there's going to be a man. He's going to swing by. The dream shakes and shifts. And you are at her funeral. Distraught by emotion, but your mother was not well known, but the people that she did see were friendly with her, and she was friends with others. She would do her best to help out around town as best as she could. Though there are a couple of people there that you have never seen before. One of them being this hobgoblin gentleman, wearing a black cloak, with an emblem on it of a broken 8-branched tree. The gentleman does not look happy. And a part of you feels a bit of deja vu. This is more than just a dream. This has happened. You've seen this gentleman before. He was at your mother's funeral. Then he walks away. And you feel like the dream is about to end. And this time maybe you feel like you should follow him.
I will reluctantly, because well, obviously it would feel kind of wrong, but because it never happened. But I will.
The dream sort of shifts as you're stalking this gentleman, like you would in the woods that are close by, through the streets of pickpockets and marks that your mother would slap you on the wrist sometimes for dabbling in criminology. But the space around you and this gentleman never really sets in stone until you wind back up at the front of your house. It's late in the afternoon, some weeks further down the road. You remember this day. You were out hunting. Only because that the hunt that you got that day was of a white stag. But you see this gentleman open your front door. Stiff walking through the house, making his way towards your mother's favourite cabinet, where she keeps her prize pottery that she won a couple of years before. He starts to rummage through the cabinet, throwing the pots behind him, searching for something. And then he reaches and he clicks and a secret compartment of the cabinet that you had no idea existed opens up. Make a Constitution saving throw for me, Wessel, to continue the dream.
Not that shit black dice, I'll tell you what. Oh, this dice is going as well.
Insert coin to continue. Continue.
That is just a flat 9.
You make out one item that he pulls out from this new compartment before the dream ends. And it's a dagger. You've never seen this dagger before, but at the pommel of this dagger is a emblem-like pin, which has vague resemblance to your mother's mother. Why, it looks like a tree, 8-branched, but each branch has a crown. And that's where your dream ends. You guys are woken up by the 5 members of the Yellow Lotus, who have already packed up their gear and are ready to go. Sia, as you wake up in this sort of early morning grogginess, you hear a faint whisper on the wind. If there was a wind in this place. It's hard to make out, but eventually it sort of cuts through and goes, "Oh, little one, how fare thee ye in this place of darkness?" It doesn't seem like it's been said by anybody close by, or at the very least, heard with your ears itself. Maybe some form of fucking mind link. And you don't know if it's awaiting a response or if it's just said what it needed to be said.
I am muted. Sorry.
Oh, nice.
She's just gonna say no out loud and walk towards the group and pretend like nothing happened.
All right. And with that, I'd say the group is ready to head off.
Yes. The beacon's probably in the same spot. It gives me a free sight beyond use for the day, you know. It's probably in the same spot.
That's pretty good.
The only sort of issue that you would have right now is the sort of location of the next closest safe zone and how far it would take to get there. Now that you're not following the warlord anymore, which gave you a pretty good vision of how to get to these places.
Yeah.
That is true. That is the shit that it do be changing. Ah, fuck it. I'll spend it then. I'll spend it.
And what are we looking for?
I still have functionally 180 health, so I should be able to fucking ping a few fucking hits from too many using the eyes too much. But yes, we'll be looking for damn, that spire was between us and the Citadel A. In the last vision, it was like between us. It wasn't like I went left and then the vision took me sort of like some other direction to head towards the Citadel. The tower was between us?
Yeah, you could ascertain that.
Alright, well, close enough, because then it means that the camera don't need to zoom out so fucking far to get to the further place. So I will focus on the tower.
Alright. And your vision just cuts immediately to the tower. You are watching over the tower itself, and you see what looks to be leaving. Your vision just shrinks straight down to the floor, leaving the building of the tower itself are a bunch of armored up individuals, coated in leather, in furs of creatures that you're unsure of, possibly wolven, possibly bear. But behind them is a old-looking human, greyish beard, his hair sort of like non-existent, besides some small tufts. He's just sort of looking around with this sort of guard around him. The only sort of unique thing about this old gentleman, besides the sort of weathered gear he's wearing, is this staff that he has in hand that's he's using to prop himself up. The bottom of the staff to the ground is nothing special, but the top half of the staff starts to twist and morph into one of tentacles.
All right.
And that's where your vision ends.
Okay.
It unfortunately does not give you the location or destination of any sort of safe zones.
We're in a creek, man. Maybe the cattle source was safe zones.
Maybe, but also now we know that once we get... No, that's not a cycle though, actually, never mind. I mean, they're not really the same, but we know that getting caught out in the labyrinth when shit changes just spits us out somewhere else. So it won't kill us, is what I'm saying. We might get fucked, but it's not gonna kill us. It's two doorways folding over the top of each other and putting us through it. I guess we don't really have a... Oh, no, because then now we're in charge of these 5 fucking guys. So we can't really, like, be reckless.
So just to question: the safe zones themselves, they don't exactly change where they are. It's just the path between them that changes.
Correct. These sort of trading posts, like the one that you're in, or these small towns or larger town that you guys have been to, the location stays the same. It's the labyrinth itself in between the sort of water in amongst the rocks.
Then we should
Yeah.
know what direction to go. It's just a matter of
Running
Labyrinth.
into one of these spots, yeah.
Labyrinth.
Yeah, it's... How far away does that citadel look? If I ran, could I get there before the next cycle?
I will say, thanks to the map that Ezekiel has thrown at you guys, that you are right now at the Arcosian trading port.
Yeah, I deduced that. So we're close to that tower. I just don't know the distance. And you did say I got a zoomed out look at the tower. Could I see the Arcosian trading post from that view?
When the vision had got to the tower itself, no.
No, okay. Because I was thinking me and Wessel could like make a fucking leg for the tower, and if we run across a safe spot between, we can run straight back and be like, yes, there's a safe spot between. We roughly know where it is, and we'll roughly be able to lead you there. And we'll have a spot between the tower and the Arcosian trading post. But if I don't even know fully the direction that this fucking thing is in, then that might be like I don't want to just go sprinting out into the darkness and not know how to get back.
From where you are and looking back and using your base investigation and perception in your mind, direction wise, you know where the spire is, and from the spire where the citadel would be. The problem being is the maze. You have no idea how long, or if the maze will allow you, given its rotation, to get to where you need to go before the next cycle.
Right.
Essentially, the rotation of the maze is your biggest opponent right now.
I will spend some damage, and I will use my sight beyond again.
Yep.
Since we are, and as I can see on the map, we're basically in the fucking corner of the thing. So any vision I have will show me exactly where we need to go. So I'm going to spend some damage, which... Oh, I was going to say thankfully it was very low, but then I rolled fucking the max damage on the next dice. I'll take 5, and I will once again focus on the Warlord. But when the vision is carrying me out, I am not even remotely looking at where it's taking me. I am trying to catch sight at this tower, and based on the map also, the that little spot that's between the two of them.
All right.
Vision carries me out.
Your vision escapes, coming up and above you guys, above the Arcosian trading port, and then in regards to the map, strikes out immediately north, flying up and above, all the way until it reaches this town that looks very Fey-like in nature. You've gone past the spire. It's off like to the left somewhere in the distance. But you see the Warlord, who has now his whole body is essentially like a swirling emerald color. He's not wearing any armor. He's completely naked. The only thing that's sort of covering him is the blood of his foes. But you notice that before the vision sort of ends in this sort of empty town where the Warlord is essentially just raging at furniture at the moment, he looks a little bit physically twisted. His body, it looks like, is fighting itself. It's hard to tell, and then the vision ends.
Right, but that didn't give me a very good look at how to get to fucking. I keep closing the fucking thing. It's so annoying. I keep closing it,
You could get to Laloom before the next cycle.
and I have a rough idea of how to get there thanks to just the even small snippet that I saw.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, a direction is as good as anything else. I'll start leading the way.
No worries. The 5 members of the Yellow Lotus follow pursuit, and you guys make your way towards the small town of Laloom. At a certain point, though, Ezekiel, you hear this sort of whisper in your mind. This sort of like dainty, soft-pitched female voice just whisper to you. She goes, "Oh, warrior, I noticed that you bleeding from your nose before. Pray tell, what might your name be so I could administer some help?"
I don't say anything. I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna ignore it.
Alright. You hear nothing else? Nothing else happens? And just before you guys hit the town of Laloom, it looks to be you guys are about to be attacked by some people trying to climb over the wall before they themselves are shredded by the Watchers.
Yeah, wow, Jesus.
Uh,
I ran to Finch and I just let him like, a woman asked me my name.
Oh, well, did you tell her?
No, I just said nothing. I said nothing.
Oh, okay.
But it might happen to you soon.
Well, what does that mean?
Well, I don't know. If she's asked me, she might ask you.
Well, if you didn't tell her your name, maybe I don't know, she'll give up. Did you get a good look at her?
Oh no, I just heard her.
Oh.
Laloom, you've been here before. This is the location as to the temple with the Pantheon of 7.
Cool.
Coming over to the next cycle, you guys get some rest. And Wessel, you have another dream.
Is Matt back?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, I'm here. My yeah. I just went up to grab a garlic bread.
There is a chance that that dream could continue for you if you so wished.
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to make me an intelligence check.
Oh dear.
As in, like one of those times where you have a dream, and then when you go back to sleep to continue that dream, it does sometimes
Man,
happen.
I want to reload the save. 13.
Unfortunately, you get something different.
Ah.
You are following a man within this city. Chengdu, you haven't been to this sort of city in quite a while, not since you and your mother came here to do a set of item shopping. You have been curtailing him for the last 3 days now after you found him and a bunch of his compatriots about 3 kilometers outside the city of Chengdu at a farmstead which had been ransacked by them. The inhabitants of the farm were killed, and they were using that place as a hideout for the time being. Following this gentleman inside the city of Chengdu, you were able to maintain and escape the clutches of the sort of personal security of the southern warlord, her and her shadow monks. You're able to follow him until you were sure that the location you were in would be what you needed to either confront this gentleman and ask him why he was at your mother's funeral, or assault him. Before you could do anything, a Grim Reaper appeared within the sky and turned that city to ruin. But you were able to find him after the wreckage. Him and a group of companions, 9 in total, fleeing south, east, following them towards the city of Tianjin. And then the group is woken up by the members of the Yellow Lotus. Sarah, you hear this figure whisper to you once again. I see that you've landed yourself in such a hard and difficult time. I can help you. I can help you escape. All you have to do is just tell me your name.
You can fuck off. She's gonna say that out loud as well.
What, me?
Just a lady talking.
She's asking you as well. All right, well, everybody keep that in mind.
The members of the Yellow Lotus are eager and ready to go. Just waiting on your word, Brandon. Or Finch.
Yes, I will lead the way.
Roll for me.
Sorry, I forgot fucking to Sight Beyond. That is my fucking jabad. I will... Oh, do you reckon that guy with the fur coat is still at the spire? Because he might be another motherfucker I can... Because now we're far enough where if that warlord somehow ended up in some other fucking place, I might not be able to see the way to the spire.
Yes, you are playing a lot of unknown with your vision in regards to the next place you want to be.
If only there was someone who just was not fucking, who just sleeping at the fucking place we need to go.
Constantly, just
be there as an anchor for me. You know, it's like it's like I am in Tempai and I'm trying to run, but I'm just so desperately in Furiton, you know what I mean?
I am aware.
We've all been there.
We've all been there.
I will use my Sight Beyond, and I am going to focus on the men with the furred creatures that they were wearing. I saw them leave the spire. Maybe for some reason they are still there. Or not.
Your vision goes up, towards, and across. You see the Watchers scurry about the tops of the labyrinthian walls, coming up towards the spire. The ground, you feel physically the ground quake, and you see through your vision, off in the distance, some of the roof start to collapse, but make a larger hole. The screaming happens, and then the labyrinth shifts once again. And your vision gets to the spire. But there's nobody there.
No, that's okay. As long as it showed me the way, that I'm fine with that. So now that I have a good idea of what direction to head in, heading.
Alright. You can make as a group to the spire before the start of the next cycle. It seems that whatever second shift, the cause of the second shift, has essentially opened up the labyrinth the pathways towards the spire the quickest route possible.
What's head? That's probably the best thing to do.
A lot of straight lines, not a lot of turning. Whether it be a sign or a coincidence, who knows?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright. And you guys leave, making your way for the spire. Once again, you guys are undisturbed along your pathway, except for you, Finch, who you hear whisper inside your mind a feminine voice, soft and delicate. Ah, little one, the burden that I see you wear, that I see you feel, I can help. Take the weight off your shoulders. How heavy those gems must sit. And all I ask is a name.
I look around to see if I can see someone.
You see no one. That would correspond with the voice that you're hearing. You just see the group and your five Golden Lotus warriors.
I go, hello?
Ah. Yes, I am here. I dare not
where
speak
are you?
aloud. Oh, I am around. But I can watch.
A
I
watcher?
No. No, I'm not a watcher. I do watch, but I'm not a watcher. I can help you fix the beacon. I can use the tools that are required. I just need a name. One
Oh.
small name.
Anyone's name?
Oh, you're funny.
Well, no, I'm just asking a question. I'm not sure what's...
No, just your name.
Well, I mean, you couldn't have... I'm not gonna lie, you couldn't have asked the worst person. I don't know.
But you have the tools to find out. Oh, tiny bird.
I do have the tools, but they've not been successful so far.
Oh, but I can help. I can help you seek the answers you've always wanted to see.
Well,
Little
yes,
bird.
but then you would need my name, but I don't know my name.
Find me within the spire. And I'll
Hey,
give you all that you know.
Hey, do you know what the beacon is?
And you hear nothing back.
Ghost.
Damn. I wrote down 3 questions that I was going to ask that voice, and I only got one of them, and then they didn't answer.
That's a good thing, Finch.
I put my notebook away, which I had gotten out when I heard the voice, to prepare to ask those 3 questions. Alright. Continuing on. Yeah, lol, imagine being a demon that fucking exploits the power of names, and then you ask a guy who doesn't remember his own fucking name. I hate asking people with amnesia. It's like that demon from that movie who possessed that boy with autism and he got stuck in there.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that one.
It's just like, you know, if I was that demon, I'd just be like, oh, what are the fucking odds?
I will be back again. Sorry.
No worries.
He gets in there. Whoa! What the fuck?
Ezekiel, you hear a familiar feline voice in your mind as the cat struts up next to you.
Yes.
He goes, "So why exactly are we heading in this direction?"
So I believe Finch has we've figured a way to get to the citadel where the beacon is if we just follow the path that we know. So we know where the spire is, and the spire will lead us directly to the citadel.
Have you always followed Finch's command?
No, but if he can see things that I can't, so I just trust that he knows where we're taking him. Well, he's taking us. Sorry.
And not once has he ever used these gifts to do something nefarious?
I don't believe so. Nothing too nefarious, I don't think. I don't really know what he's thinking half the times.
Is that not concerning for you?
It is in this area, but when we're back in the material plane, it's all is fine between us. I saved his life once.
You did. He says as if he is already aware of that situation happening.
Well, I did, yes. It's Chengdu. If you know what that is.
Did you not ever have a warlord gem of your own? Within your own very grasp, Ezekiel.
It was in my hands for a time.
Then what happened to that?
Well, I guess at the time, I had to give it away.
Is your willpower that small?
It's not. Little one, no, it's not. It was more of a case of bigger picture things, you know? My own personal gains from it were not as easily attainable as...
I wouldn't say your personal gains, Ezekiel. I'd say those that the Queen of Cat could be used, any tool, irregardless of any preference, wielded mightily.
Well, yes, I guess that is...
Did you not think of the power and the amount of people that she could help if you had held on to that? Is your faith as strong as you seem? And you feel the top of your lip get wet again.
I'm bleeding again, aren't I?
You hear no response, and the cat jaunts up ahead.
Fucking god damn it. And I kind of like walk and follow through with everybody. My head's a little low, you know, thinking, pondering.
Okay. But thankfully, over time, the spire that was once a small sort of point touching the roof of the labyrinth itself now comes into full view, turning what seems to be the last corner itself, leading down a very long and straight passageway, as if opened up specifically for you guys. There's a path to the base of the spire.
That's sick.
And upon arriving at the spire itself is huge. It's much bigger in person, Finch, than in the visions. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
Oh, fuck
Oh
that.
shit, it's 4 o'clock. Fuck me. That flew right by. Holy god.
Yeah.